So 3 Star Wars actors are teaming up to do a Western. All right. Jane Got a Gun stars Natalie Portman, Joel Edgerton, and is directed by Gavin O'Connor. So Jane Got a Gun is essentially a love triangle that is set in a Western film environment. At the beginning of the movie, Natalie Portman, her character is at home, and her husband, played by Noah Emmerich, he is kind of an outlaw. He's wanted, and he shows up riddled with bullet holes. And so she has to tend to him. And she goes to her ex-husband, Dan Frost, played by Joel Edgerton, to provide aid and protect them essentially from these outlaws that are coming for them. Now guys, I went into this movie wanting kind of a different type of movie because the name Jane Got a Gun sounds like it could be a fun Western type movie. Now I blame myself for that because I don't think I saw too many trailers for this movie. And I also blame Quentin Tarantino because I saw Hateful Eight, and that was just such a fun Western type of environment. And this movie is not that at all. So I can cut it a little slack on that front, but really this is just a dry, blah, paint by the numbers movie. Now the one thing that I really liked about it was the acting. All the performances are really, really good. Joel Edgerton is one of those actors that has that magnetic quality. He is very charismatic, and he is that in this movie. And also Natalie Portman, she is a damn good actress. She has proved that time and time again, and she is no different in this movie. She has a few scenes where she really just shines. But overall, the story, like I said, is essentially a love triangle, and it's not even directed that exceptionally. It feels like a paint by the numbers type of movie that could have been really kind of a television series. And don't get me wrong, I do love really good Western films. Unforgiven is actually one of my favorite movies of all time, but that film is directed so well because you have this really awesome character in William Money. Throughout that whole movie, you are just constantly invested in his character because he has this dark, dark past, and you know that this guy used to be the deadliest gunman in the West. And at the end of that movie, that character comes out. And the way that movie is directed and how tension-filled it is, it could have been a Western, it could have been a drama, it could have been anything, but it's just so good. This movie, it has none of that to me. It really just feels like just a love triangle type story. And also, I don't like how predictable it was. I'm not going to give away the ending or anything, but it just felt like one of those endings that's just wrapped up in a nice, pretty red bow. And also, I feel like this is one of those movies that is just so forgettable. I can see within 5 years' time, this is just gonna be washed up in an abyss of forgettable movies, and you might see it on a video shelf and be like, oh, Jane Got a Gun, I forgot about that movie. Yeah, it's just not something that I'll ever wanna watch again. Also, I gotta mention Ewan McGregor. He is the bad guy of this movie. And Ewan McGregor, his character in Obi-Wan Kenobi is the best part, in my opinion, of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. He's a great actor. I mean, he's been in Trainspotting, he's been in so many good movies. But I don't feel like he is a great villain, at least not in this movie. And there was a scene near the end of the movie where his character could have been killed point blank. And to me, it was just lazy script writing. I like a villain that really sends chills down my spine, and he is just not that at all. So overall, guys, I'm going to give Jane Got a Gun a 2 hours lost, just because I'll never want to watch this movie again. And really, I don't mind a good romance movie, but there are far better romance films out there than this movie. So anyway, guys, what did you think of Jane Got a Gun? Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Humdrum out.